there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daytuck with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for joining me. True confession time. I was leaving the house this morning and I realized I still have Christmas wreath on my door. And this is the sad fact. I make the wreaths all the time in the shop and I sell them for all the different seasons. And I am almost always way behind in switching out my own. Rarely am I making something specifically for my home. I get the leftovers, I get the things that don't sell. And usually it's when people mention to me, like, it's Christmas time and you have Halloween on your door. So I came into the shop this morning thinking, I will remedy that. I will make something specifically for my home. And I will take Christmas down before anybody reminds me that I need to. So, checked out my stash and I decided I wanted something other than just a wreath. I want a floral decor, I just didn't want a wreath. So, I happen to have this wicker half basket, so it's flat on one side, that people have a rope tied in, not the middle. Okay, that's weird. I thrifted this, so it was $9 and I got 30% off, so that's almost like $6, right? It's got all the floral foam in it. I am going to remove all of these yellow lanterns, and you know I'm saving them. You know I'm saving them for something, but they're a little less spring into summer than they are fall. So we're gonna take those out. And I think what I'm going to do, my house door is a really dark blue, not quite navy, but close to it. So I'm going to check, oh, let go of me. All right, so this is it naked. So I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint this, just to brighten it up. I don't think that I have any white spray paint, but I think I have a lot. I'm just looking over there. I think I have a lot of a light blue chalk style spray paint. So I'm gonna go and get this spray painted before we do anything else with it. And I will spray a sealer on it too. I mean, you know, I'm not too worried about it on the door, and it's okay if it starts to get worn looking and having some of this show through. Even spray painted some of the sticks, the stems, the twine, it's not twine, whatever. You get what I'm saying, because it's not wicker, it's, oh Lord, you know, sometimes I can't talk. So anyway, this stuff, the wood, it's gonna show too, and that's okay. It's gonna have that weathered look, but that's what's first up, getting that all painted out and dry so that we can start looking at what florals I've got that I can use. This is my basket. So it's just a nice soft blue now, which in my case is going to go really well with my door. What I have are, I kind of picked blooms that went together. I started actually with these that I thrifted, and they've got kind of pink and yellowy components to it. So these ones I pulled from my stash because I wanted some variation in the blooms, in the shapes that we've got. And these are all dollar store blooms. And then I have this one bunch of greenery that was thrifted as well. So this kind of hydrangea one is, let me just get rid of that tag, is the biggest bloom. So I want to kind of start with it. Just price tags. And that's kind of how you go with these things, is looking at maybe, you know, the bigger bloom, kind of starting with it first and seeing, okay, it's got a joint here, so that might be my best bet at cutting this baby. Whew. And so I'm gonna want it centered and a little bit toward the back. And that just kind of gives me a good, I don't need it super tall. There we go. So better. We see a little bit of the handle above it. And I bent it forward slightly, right? To face forward slightly. Just to kind of take advantage of. Now, these are shorter stems than some of the others. So these ones I'm going to want to cut with a little bit of a pull down. Let me see if I can make them a little bit longer for myself here. Just because there we go. So I'm just cutting downward through them so that I get a little bit more length. I don't want to leave them, you know, these were joined right up here, which means that sticking them in might be a little bit short. Whereas if I elongate them a bit by cutting up through, so I'm getting where they kind of divide and split, then I can get more length. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so I have 3 of these guys. Just need to finish yanking them out of that plastic, and then just straightening the wire out, because I'm probably only going to use 2 of them. Get that dollar store off, but I'm thinking of them coming up just because of the color of them, kind of up on either side of there. So I can get just about an inch off of that. And just nestling them up in there. And it's all kind of balancing. I might need that 3rd one in front, but I'm going to wait and see. These ones are kind of coming a little bit forward, but nestling on either side. And then I'm looking at balancing off what I have. I like this, but it may have to be kind of with that one in terms of front. So here I'm taking a look at what are the same ones that I have that I can use. This guy I think is coming down in front because I'm going to need him. So you can see I'm working on a triangle here. So these are the 3 blooms that are same. This one's different. I'm saving the greenery apart from what comes with the flowers as an add-on afterward. So when I'm done, then I'll take my greenery in terms of where I need it. So I have 2 of these little blooms, and they come with a bit of that fern. Get those 2 little guys cut. And then I also have 2 of those pink ones from off of these stems. Okay. So if I'm looking at this, this little orange guy is going to sit very low. So if I put him toward the edge there and do that on each side, then I can maybe take these pink flowers up a little higher. So filling in the middle there. You want to always be thinking about the relative heights of each and what's going to fill in where. All right, so I've used those little orange ones, came with those little spikes. So I'm going to cut those two off of here and use them in behind for maybe a little bit of filler. And right down in the back. Just, you can see they're a little bit taller, kind of peeking out that side there. So we'll do the same on this side. There we go. Take that guy a little bit lower. And now I'm thinking, I just need some greenery. I'm thinking that might be enough. So tucking one down in there and maybe another little one here. And these I'm angling because I don't want them sticking straight up. I want them filling in that space, kind of coming forward a bit. And so now this flower, I'm actually going to angle a little bit too. So it's coming forward a little bit more and not as far out. So I'm going to put one more greenery on either side, one more little bunch of that greenery, and that might be it. And there we go. That's good. That's finished. So this doesn't have to take a long time to do. I mean, I spent more time just waiting for the paint to dry because I wanted it a different color, just to lighten it up a little bit. You can see though that we've done the triangle, right? We've come across here down to the point here. These two elements on either side, we've just kind of balanced out and filled out. Let me pull him just a little bit forward so that we have, again, kind of done like a little triangle of flowers on either side. It's just the multiples and the balancing that you just want to focus on. I'm just looking at that one leaf is bugging me. So I'm tucking it into the back. And you know what? Play around with that a little bit. Just getting your blooms to kind of sit where you want them to and have it look nice and full. That's all it is to flower arranging. I know I get a number of people saying, oh, I stick them in, they don't look good. It's just vary the heights. You can see that sometimes I went and adjusted. I needed these guys to be a little bit taller, so I was pulling them up. I needed, you know, them to sit out a little bit more. I tucked some of the leaves away. This guy I had to make taller at one point. It's just a function of nothing's glued. You get to play with it. You get to adjust, but just look at colors that kind of mix and go. I didn't end up using these guys, so I have those for another project. They would have looked good. You know, I just didn't, this one would have introduced a bit of that yellow, and this one would have worked, but I think it was enough of this color. You know, we get a little bit of it softening in the others, but that's enough. That's all that we needed. Let me know what you think of this. As always, look forward to seeing you on the next one, but I'm going to take this home now and put it on my door. I'm a little bit ahead. Thanks for joining me on this one. I know it's for me, but you know, sometimes I need stuff too. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.